G'day folks, welcome to this week's instalment of the Brothers Weekly Wrap. This week we come to you after our Cairns District Rugby League clash against Mossman Port Douglas Sharks on Friday night at our home ground at Stan Williams Park. Not got off to not the greatest of starts. Our second division side going down 24 points to 16 to suffer their first loss of the season to, at the time, a lowly placed Mossman Sharks. They certainly came and outperformed their position on the table on Friday night, and unfortunately we weren't anywhere near our best, so Jack Mapper's men unfortunately coming away with that first loss, as I just sort of mentioned. That led into our reserve grade side, who turned around their recent form and got away with a pretty solid 40 points to 24 win to certainly put a smile on Cullen Dunbar's face, and a few good performances there to really put a few guys in the mix for some A-grade pressure moving forward. Speaking of A-grade, unfortunately we went down 14 points to 12 in what was quite a good quality clash, and really surprisingly, despite the conditions, it was really wet, really windy. There wasn't a great deal of turned over possession, which was fantastic to see. Mossman, we've got to take our hats off. They've certainly been bubbling along quite nicely so far this season, and we knew it was going to be a fair hit-out, but probably didn't expect them to be as resilient as they really were. The first half we asked a mountain of questions, and their desperation in defence really has to be commended. They were outstanding. There's numerous times as though we looked that scoring the try was a mere formality, but the Sharkies, they just kept turning up for each other, and they kept on repelling our raids. In the second half, they were able to pretty much go on with the job, and it was only a penalty goal essentially that separated the two sides at the end of 80 minutes in what will end up being quite a costly 80 minutes to our club, as well as in-form back row Luke LaRosa, one of our portability players with the Northern Pride. Unfortunately, he suffered a knee injury, which earlier this week was confirmed to be a fully ruptured ACL. So that's his season done, but being young and hungry, he's no doubt going to undergo surgery and rehab the hell out of that knee, and he'll come back bigger and stronger next season. So all the best to Luke on his recovery from that injury. Putting that round behind us, we move towards this week's clash with Atherton Roosters. Atherton started the season on fire, and unfortunately they've dropped the last three, I think, so they're certainly going to be very hungry as they come into this week's clash. Again, we're at home at Stan Williams Park, which is fortunate for us. Dean Howard's really got his guys playing well. Unfortunately, they went down to Joel Reith-Muller inspired suburbs up the hill last start, and they'll certainly be keen to arrest their form slump. A couple of danger men for them, they're outside backs, they're back three, so the two wingers and the fullback offer a lot of speed and a lot of footwork, and we're certainly going to have to be on our game, especially on any kick returns, to try and nullify any impact that those guys might have. And they're certainly going to be guided around by two very good halves. Daryl Grant's got a fantastic kicking game, and Ned Blackman, for a young fella, he's got fantastic game management and decision making. So it's going to be a really top quality clash this weekend, and fingers crossed that we're able to put our best foot forward and come away with the win. So if you've got nothing on this Saturday evening, and get down for a footy extravaganza down at Stan Williams Park as our juniors undertake 28 games to lead into the 3 matches of senior footy this Saturday night, A-grade kicking off at 6 p.m. In representative news, fantastic achievement by 2 of our A-grade players, Chris Reason and Yamba Bowie, both being selected in the North Queensland Marlins side. Both guys have been in tremendous form so far this season, and a big part of the success that we've had to this point, and they'll certainly be very important cogs in the wheel as we move forward in the remainder of the season. Those guys are off to the state championships, where they'll no doubt fly the flag for the region and do us all proud. So congratulations, guys. And while we're handing out congratulations, a big pat on the back to our A-grade coach, Benny Groves, who got married at the weekend to his sweetheart, Melissa Coots, merging of 2 fantastic families, and congratulations, guys. It was certainly a wonderful day, and here's to a long-lasting marriage with you guys. Until next week, go to fish.